All right. Welcome to the next episode of Live Ableton 10 sf.garnishmusicproduction.com. My name is Justin Anchetta, and I'll be taking you through a couple different things today. This is the third episode that I'm taking you through songwriting in Ableton 10. We're starting in session view. We'll be going into arrangement view after this. And what we did in the first two sessions is set up our kick and bass, and then added a few tones on top of that. And we even did a little bit of a sound effect, changed that into a MIDI channel, a MIDI track, and then customized that track. So this is what it sounds like right now. All right, so we have some automations that we did, panning left, right, some pitch shift automations on specifically, let's see here, you can kind of see here on the transposition, down here in the bottom right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm hearing the voice track, which I really did a really sharp EQ of, because there is bleed of the drums. I didn't actually use headphones in this. So ideally we'd use headphones and have very separate tracks. But what came out of that was this cool sound of the bleed, right? So let me highlight that. So that's the bleed of the track through my monitors. Plus the voice. All right. Looks like my voice is just under 1,000 hertz. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to want to automate the panning. So you right click over your panning feature. You see the knob that's going left and right here. So you go ahead and right click that, control click, and show automation. That's the feature. Now I'm in draw mode right now. To get in and out of draw mode, you literally have to just click your B function on your keyboard. And in draw mode, instead of having it be a bunch of like square or rectangles like this, a very zigzaggy line, I'm going to control Z that. I want to take it off of grid mode, Command 4. What that allows you to do is have very smooth panning, right? So this actually allows you to pan very smoothly. It's like a knob turning. So let's go ahead and listen to that. Let's go ahead and make that even more extreme. All right. Putting some reverb onto the track. It looks like I really want some reverb on that little, earlier on we took a kick track and we transposed it super high. And I think I want to put some reverb just on that, or maybe across everything on that track. Let's go ahead and just use our send A reverb. So when you put a send on a specific track, it puts it across the entire track that you're on. So everything from my snare to my kick, whatever's played through there, the hi-hat will all have reverb on it. If you want specific reverbs, you can do that, and check out what I did in a previous episode to find out how to do that. All right, looks like my reverb could be a little bit longer delay. Oh, it's already pretty long. All right. Let's go ahead and listen to that. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now is tell you guys a pretty advanced technique here, which allows you to take an automation from one thing and bring it to something else. Okay. And there's a lot of different ways of doing this using Ableton, but I'm going to actually use the feature of bringing it into Arrangement View. Okay. And how you bring it into Arrangement View is, let's go ahead and just try and copy and paste this. There's one way of doing it. So selecting that whole 5 tracks, Command C copying, and Command V pasting. All right. So it's all kind of grayed out right now. So I'm going to take this function off right here in the upper area of the screen. Actually, make sure that you guys can see it. Chunk. All right. So I made it to where this was not grayed out, and it will play now from this view. Now, what's cool about this is it actually shows how long each loop is. So some of these are longer than others, so we can actually duplicate these to extend them to be as long as each other. And I'm just going Command D. Once I highlight something, I go Command D. And what I'm going to do here is look at specific automations, okay? And I'm seeing this red dot. If you can see in the upper right-hand corner, it says 47R with the red dot. That is our panning, is 47 to the right. So I'm going to go right-click on that, Show Automation, and there it is. So the plus function, when you click on your track right here, just at the bottom right-hand corner of that track, the Voc 1 track, is a plus button. And when you click that plus button, it expands out. And now the automation is on its own area. It's called Mixer Track Panning. So when you expand out, it shows you all your automations. I only have one right now, so it's just showing one. I'm going to get out of draw mode here. And what I'm going to do is also expand out the other track that I want to put this automation into. So the two drums, the track just below it, actually, I want to add that same automation to it. So I'm going to go and right-click that automation on the second track down, and there it just says that the panning is pan to the left. So what we're going to do now is expand out that panning so it is on its own channel as well. I'm going to highlight that section, copy, and paste. Look at that. It has the exact same panning. Now, something that I actually want to do is, instead of it being the exact same, I want it to be moving kind of in the opposite function. So instead of me putting it in the exact same spot, I'm going to move it just a little bit over. All right. So this is actually showing us right here, when one goes up, the other one should be going down. And it looks like I might have moved it too much. So let's go ahead and Control Z. Let's try a smaller pan. There we go. So let's go ahead into draw mode. I'm going to go Command 4 to get out of grid and make that really smooth going around. All right, so noticing that they're pretty much in opposites right now for the most part. There's a couple areas that might need a little bit of help. So let's go ahead and listen to this track. I'm going to get out of draw mode, back into grid mode. So press the B button, press Command 4 to get out of grid mode. Expanding out. Expanding out and in is very simply the minus function for out, and the plus function for in. All right, so let's listen to this panning. All right, so you can kind of see, or you can hear and see that stuttery kick that we made at a high swiveling pitch is panning the opposite of the beatboxing part. And this is a way to really get some movement in your mix and get some variation where one thing moves, something else fills that area. So if you like what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe to our page. We have classes in person at Soul Graffiti Studios in North Oakland or online. If you're interested in either, go to sf.garnishmusicproduction.com. Have a great rest of your day.